Hi guys, today's video I'm going to show you how to create CRUD operation with React.js and Node.js API, and we are going to store all the data into MySQL. So let's get started, and before start I want to show you the demo. So let me go here, and I have already run the application. You can see there is a list of all the posts, and if I click on create, okay, I will just call first post, okay, and first post body, okay. And if I click on submit, you can see that it's created a new record over here, and if I click on edit, I can update the record as well. So let me just hit on submit. You can see that first post is updated over here. Same thing, if I click on show, you can see that I can view it. I have added very simple design, but you can make it more proper design as well. So let me go back, and now if I go and click on delete, you can see that it is asking for, are you sure you want to delete? And if I say okay, then you can see that it's removed. So this is very simple and basic CRUD application with Node.js REST API, and we are going to use the MySQL to store the database. And design, we are going to use Tailwind CSS. So let's get started. Before start, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel for more videos about React.js. And now start. First of all, we are going to create two applications, React for a front and Node for a backend. So let me go to my terminal, and I'm going to create new directory. So mkdir, okay, and I will just call CRUD MySQL, and at the end React MySQL. That would be perfect. React MySQL, okay, and let me go to that folder CRUD, okay, and here I'm going to create first application with the React. So let me go and I will call create, and you can see that React frontend. So I have just given the file like folder name React frontend and hit enter. It is going to create new directory called React frontend, and I'm going to choose React with Vite and with the TypeScript and hit enter. You can see that you can see that React frontend folder they have created. Now let me go and just call React frontend and npm install and hit enter, and you can see that it is going to install all the dependencies of React.js. So let's wait a moment to download all the dependencies. All the dependencies are installed. Now let me also install OxyOS and React DOM router as well. Okay, so I will call OxyOS and React router DOM, so that way we can create the route and all in React.js. So just hit enter, and it is going to download OxyOS and React router DOM. So now our React application is ready. Let me go back and let me create new folder for Node.js. So let me create mkdir, okay, and I'm going to just call Node backend, because we are going to use separate folder. You can see that Node backend and React frontend. So let me go to the Node backend and let me clear this all, okay, and npm init-y. So that means it's generate initial file over here with the package.json. And now I'm going to install Express and MySQL and codes for middleware. So just hit enter, and it is going to install Express, MySQL 2 and codes. So let's wait a moment to install. Yeah, now we have ready the application. Let me go back and let me clear, and this application let me open to my VS Code editor. So code.o. Okay, and you can see that our both application is showing over here, Node for backend and React for front. So you can see that React application and this is Node application. So first let me go to the React application and run our application. So let me clear it and React front, and I'm going to run day, okay, and let me open to my browser. So just copy this and just paste it over here. So you can see that React application with the Vite configuration. Okay, now first of all, what I'm going to do, let me go here, and we are going to use the route. So let me change it strict mode to browser router. Okay, so let me use browser router and just paste it. And now let me go to the app tsx and let me remove this entire things over here. And here we are going to define the routes also. Let me remove this, and also related all the imports also, let me clear it. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, just I will call routes. Okay, and let me import it as well, routes and something like this. And also inside routes I'm going to create first route, and that's called and path. Okay, and you can see that. So let me just import that route also over here, route. And now let me create the path. First path is slash, and then I'm going to define the element. So here we need to define the elements. So before define the elements, I'm going to create first elements over here. So let me create a new file. Okay, and that's called post index.tsx. Okay, and hit enter. You can see that post index.tsx file. And here, so let me just export. Okay, PDF I created shortcut for that. So you can see that export default function, and function will be post index. Okay, and just save it. Okay, and now let me go again app to app.tsx file, and here I'm going to define that post index like this. Okay, just let me remove this, save it, and now let me run the application. So you can see that there is a display the hello. So that means our first element, that component file, is working perfectly fine. Okay, now next what I'm going to do, just let me remove this all the comment, all the css, just save index, let me just all and comment it out, remove this, save it. And you can see that there is a simply display the hello. So now first of all we are going to install the Tailwind CSS for the design. So let me search tailwindcss.com and go to the docs. And if I go to the installation, you can see that there is a command to install Tailwind CSS in your React folder. Okay, so let me go here and just I'm going to just say okay, and I think let me go and just type npm install, just hit enter. Okay, and let's wait to install the Tailwind CSS. Okay, you can see that it is installed properly and perfectly over here, Tailwind CSS with the width. And now let me go what they say in the next configuration. So just copy this line and go to the width configuration file. So let me go here and width configuration. First of all I need to import it, just save it, and then you can see that Tailwind CSS functions I need to add over here. So let me go and just like this, save it. Okay, and now you can see that they are going to create new file, css file. So let me go here inside the src, I'm going to say styles.css. okay, and just put this import Tailwind CSS, just save it. And now let me go and I'm going to import this file into HTML. So let me go here and just paste it over here. Okay, and now if I go here, you can see that there is nothing. But now if I go and I will just make it class p4, that means padding 4, you can see that over here will happen. So let me go and run the application. Okay, let me clear this all and npm run tail. Okay, and now if I go and hit refresh, you can see that we have installed successfully Tailwind CSS over here. So that means this is working perfectly fine. Now let me go here and we have created post index file, and here I am going to create a table with the title and body with the action column. Okay, so I already created a custom snippet for it and just hit enter. You can see that there is all the code for related to the table, so I don't have to remember all the class, and we can speed up the video. If you don't know how to create this custom snippet in VS Code editor, then inside the top right corner there is a link, and I already show you how to create custom snippet, and you can copy all the code. Just let me change class to class name and just save it. And now let me go back. You can see there is a very simple and clean design over here with the create button and ID, title, body, and action with the edit, show, and delete. So that means that is working perfectly fine. Okay, now what I'm going to do the next, let me create one variable over here, and that will be for the post, and set post. Okay, and I will use state variable. Okay, and then you can see that by default there will be an array. Okay, and now what I need to do, I'm going to use effect function. Okay, and in this function we are going to call our API. So before call the API, we need to create the API, MySQL database, and all the things, so that way we can get the list of posts. Okay, so what I need to do, so let me go to my terminal, browser again, and let me open the phpMyAdmin, and let me create a new database, and that's called Node.js. Okay, and create. Okay, in this database I'm going to create a new table, and table name will be post. Okay, and that column will be just 3 ID, title, and body. For now, just click on it. You can see that I'm going to add ID, and then you can see that integer, and I will call auto increment, and then I will say just title will be varchar and 255, and by default there will be null, and then I will call body, and then what I'm going to say text data type, and by default that will be null as well. Okay, and just save it. You can see that there is a basic table I have created with the post, title, and body, so that's fine. Okay, now let me go here and go to the Node backend, and here I'm going to create a new file called server.js. Okay, and first of all what I'm going to do, const express equal to require express. Okay, and I'm going to define another variable that's called for MySQL and require, and that for MySQL2, and I'm going to define const f variable from the express. Okay, so what I need to do, express, and then I need to define another variable for the port. So we are going to use 8000 port. Okay, and then at the end I just need to define the port. I have created custom snippet, so this is going to enable the port, and here let me change it as well like this, so we can display in the browser. So just save it, and now let me go here and open our new tab, and go back and go to the Node backend, and now let me run the Node file. So what I'm going to do, just server.js, hit enter, and there is a problem with the port because instead of post it should be save port. Save it. Okay, now let me clear it again, and let me run the Node application. So you can see that server is running at localhost 8000. So you can see that this is our API base URL. Okay, so now let me go here and let me create first route, and that's a route called API/post. Okay, before that I want to connect with the MySQL, so let me go and use the MySQL connection, and by default you can see that MySQL.create connection method, and inside that I need to pass host name, username, database, and password. So username is root for me, and database we have created node_CRUD. Okay, and password for me is root. Okay, now I'm going to create first route. Okay, so list post. Okay, and then how can we do this, app.get method. Okay, and API/post. Okay, and then we are going to create a function, and that call request and response. Okay, and here what I need to do, I can use the db query. So db dot query function, and here I'm going to write the SQL query, select star from post. Okay, and then you can see that I'm going to create another function, and that will be error and return all the rows. Okay, so something like this. Okay, and if there is an error, then it should be return 500 error response like this. Okay, and then if everything is fine, then what I'm going to do, just request dot JSON, and I will pass all the rows that we have defined over here. So you can see that now our first API is defined perfectly fine. So what I did, just I have created get method with API/post, and then you can see that I have select start from the post table and return all the rows. So just save it. Okay, and now let me go and rerun the Node application. So that's fine, and just copy this URL so later we can use it. So let me go back to the postindex.txt, and here what I'm going to do, I'm just use oxyos.get method, and here I'm going to pass our main URL https://localhost:8000/API/post method. Okay, sorry, post dot, then I will call response like this way, and then I will use set post method, and I will get from the request res.data. Just save it. Okay, and now what I need to do, just go here and loop it. Okay, so I'm going to use post.map post like this. Okay, just go here and just paste it. Okay, and let me print the ID first of all. Okay, so I will just say post.id like this, save it, and now let me go here, and there is a problem, req, maybe let me go here, and I made a mistake over here. It should be not req, it should be response. So just paste it res.json. Now let me restart the application. Yeah, that's fine. Let me go here and go to our application. Right now I don't have any data, so it's a blank, but let me go here and just insert one record. So I'll just go first post. Okay, and first body. Okay, so you can see that first body, first is, click on create, and you can see that there is a one record created. Now if I go here and click refresh, there is nothing, but because let me go to the console and let's see what happens. So you can see that there is a http 8000 API post, and that's the block by codes. So we already installed in our Node.js codes plugin. So what I need to do, just I need to const codes npm package, and just I will use require, and here what I'm going to do, codes, save it, and add over here what I need to do, app.use codes function. So that means it allows to other domain to access our API. Okay, so that means now let me go here and let me rerun our server. Okay, and now let me go and hit refresh. You can see that we are able to successfully get the first record over here, and there is a notification unique key. So what I need to do over here, let me go to the post.index, and here I'm going to just say key, and that should be post.id. Just save it, and now you can see that's remove the notification as well. Okay, so you can see that we are successfully fetched the first record from the MySQL database using Node.js Express and list the post data over here. Okay, but you can see that there is just ID, and title is just showing title because I just forgot over here, and that's called post.title, and same thing over here, post.body. Save it, and now let me go. You can see that first post, first body, so that means working perfectly fine. Next, when I click on create, it should be open the create form, and I can create the post from the React app. So let me close this, and now let me go back. Okay, and here I'm going to create new file called post create.tsx. Okay, and you can see that, and export default. Okay, ADF, I created custom snippet for it, and just I will call post create and just save it. Okay, and now let me go and define the route for it. So app.tsx file, and let me define that, just call create. Okay, and I will use post create, just save it. Okay, and now let me go back to the post index, and let me go here. We already taken the button for create. Instead of button, I'm going to use the link of React router DOM. So just link and close with the link, and also let me enter it, and here I'm going to add 2, and I will just call create and just save it. And now let me go here, and if I hover over, you can see that /create, and if I click on it, you can see that there is a hello. So that means our create file is called properly. Okay, now let me go here and go to the post create. Here I'm going to create a form, so let me go, and again I have just created custom snippet for it. So there is a simple form with the form and input with the name and submit button. Instead of class, I'm going to change class name. Okay, save it, and now let me go here. You can see that name, you can see over here, and instead of the name, what we need to do, just I will call title. Okay, and just title, and also for title name will be also title, and we are not going to implement the validation because we are keep required. So just I will call required and enter title, save it. Okay, and now if I go, you can see over here, and let me add the title as well. So just I will call create post, and let me add some class over here, class name, font bold, and I will just say text Alex. Okay, and let me go, you can see that create post, and also let me go back to the post index, and here copy this link. Okay, and go and just paste it over here. Instead of create, I will go just add the backlink over here. Okay, just back and link, let me import it. Okay, so you can see that we have just import and make it proper. Okay, so just save it. Okay, and now let me go, there is a back button. If I click on back, it should be redirect to the back to the home page. Click on create, you can see that create post, and I have just added title. Same way I need to add the body, so that way we can add the body column value as well. Just say body, and instead of input I will use text area, and just let me close over here like this. And also let me change title for body, and id for body, name for body, and also body. And now let me go here, there is a very simple and clean page, title and body. Now if I click on submit, it should be create a new post in database. So now let me go here, and first of all I'm going to define the variable const for title and set title, and I will use state. Okay, and by default it will be empty. Same way I will do for body, just say body and set body. Okay, and you can see that by default empty. Okay, and now let me link to the input. So just I will call value, and that will be for title, and on change event I'm going to use e and set title. Okay, and I will get e target dot value. Just save it. Same way I need to link with the text area. So let me go here and let me do for body. So just value for body, on change and set body, save it. Okay, so now we have a properly linked to the input and text area. Now if I click on submit, so then on submit I will call submit method. Okay, just save it, and let me create new function over here and just call const submit. Okay, and then I will just call react dot form event. Okay, and then here first of all I will prevent default. So just I will use prevent default. After that I'm going to call the API, but let me double check with the alert and title we are able to get the title or not. Just save it. Okay, and if I click on submit, you can see that I am able to get the title and body both like this way. This way I just get the title, but same way I can access the body. So now what we need to do next, we need to create new API that's called post create API. So let me go here and I will just copy this, and instead of get route I'm going to use the post route. Okay, and just save. Okay, and now you can see that we are going to pass the title and body as a JSON parameter. So what I need to do over here, we are able to fetch title and body from the request. Okay, so let me comment it out as well, post create. Okay, save it, and first of all I am able to get the title and body from the request.body. Just save it. Okay, and I can access this as a JSON because I need to define over here like this app use express.json, otherwise I cannot get as a JSON. Okay, so I can access like body as a JSON now. Okay, and query, let me change it to insert into post. Okay, and then I will define the values, and values for title and body. Okay, sorry, like this, post, and values will be question mark, and the second argument I need to pass title and body like this. Okay, and then I will return the result like this, and then I need to make it return as a JSON, so I will return the ID from the result. Okay, dot insert ID. Okay, and the title I will get from the title variable, and body I will get from the body variable. Okay, just save it. So that means we have created post API with the post. Okay, just save it. Now let me go and restart Node.js server. Okay, and now let me go here and go to again React app. Okay, and here what I'm going to do, just remove this. Okay, and I'm going to use oxyos with the post method. Okay, and let me go and copy the URL. Okay, get method, so we are going to use post method for this, and second argument I'm going to pass the data like this as a JSON. Title and body will be just body. Okay, and then I'm going to just call dot then. Okay, and here I'm going to redirect back to the home page. So what I'm going to do, just I will define another variable, and that's called navigate. Okay, and use navigate of React.js function. Okay, and so navigate back to slash. Okay, just save it. Okay, and now let me go here, and I'm going to just say test body. Okay, and click on submit. There is nothing, saying something is wrong over here. Just go to the console, what happened. So you can see that there is a problem over here. And what is the problem? Submit is not defined. So let me go here. Yeah, we already defined the variable over here. I don't know, save it. Yeah, there is a problem over here, like object is interable. So let me go here. If everything is fine over here, I have passed the JSON properly. Let me go here back, requested body. There is a problem over here, like I just need to get like this. Okay, as a JSON, just save it. And now let me go back and rerun again Node.js server, and let me go and refresh it, and I will just call test body, and just click on submit. You can see that we have created our first record successfully. Now let me create another, so I will just call test2 body. Okay, and click on submit. You can see that we have created another record. Let me go to the database and double check. So if I refresh it, you can see that I'm able to get the another record. So that means we have created successfully the create page over here. Next, when I click on edit button, it should be open the form and fillable this title and body, and I can change it. So let me go and create first file. So let me go and create new file over here, that's called post edit.tsx. Okay, and I'm going to copy entire post.create. Just copy that and simply paste it over here, and instead of post create I'm going to change, and I will just call edit, and I'm going to change the title create post instead of edit post. Okay, just save it. Okay, now let me define new route. So let me go and create new route, and that route will be edit slash, I'm going to pass dynamic ID. So just I will like this, just save it, and post edit, just save it. Okay, and now let me go back to the post index in React app, and you can see that here we just use the button. So instead of button I am going to use link. Okay, and just like this, and let me define the route as well over here. Okay, so just I will call slash edit, and then dynamic I'm going to pass the ID like this, post dot id, and just save it. Okay, and now let me go, and if I hover over, you can see that edit /1, edit /2, edit /3. So that means it is working. If I click on edit, for example, you can see that it's going to give URL edit/2 and edit post. So that means this is working fine. Now what I need to do the next, let me go to the post edit, and here you can see that by default it's empty, but it should be fillable with like test and test body. Okay, so what I need to do, just I will call use effect. Okay, and first of all I will get this ID. Okay, so I can call the API and get the data. Okay, so this ID, how can I get it? So just let me define new variable that's called const. Okay, and I can get the ID like this, use params. Okay, and save it, and I'm going to pass like this ID. Okay, and here what I'm going to do, if there is ID, then it's going to call new API oxyos.get method. Okay, and now let me create new API. So let me go back to the Node application, and I'm going to copy this API, and I will just call get post details API. Okay, and I will get as an argument, so same way I will make it dynamic ID like this. Okay, and then how can I get the ID? So I am going to change the query, select star from tables, and I will use where ID equal to question mark, and then second argument I'm going to pass the ID. So how can I get ID? From the request.params.id. Okay, just save it. So that means we have call get API with the dynamic ID, then I have written the queries, and I am able to get the all the rows, but I just need a single row. Okay, so just I am going to just say like this, save it. Okay, and now let me go and let me restart Node app. So let me clear it and restart the application. Okay, let me go back and hit refresh. It's nothing because we haven't done anything for post edit. Yeah, so here what I need to do, just copy this URL and just paste it, and slash dynamic ID we need to pass like this, and dot then I will call request res like this, and then I will just call set title, and I will get the title from res.data.title. Same way for the body, so just I will call body, save it, and now let me go back, and you can see that there is a test and test body. Let me go back, and first post, if I go, you can see that. So that means it is calling the API and the getting data, so that is working perfectly fine. Okay, now what I need to do the next, you can see that we have created post request, but we are going to create new method, put method for the update API. So let me go again to the Node application and create API for it. So just copy for the post and just paste it over here, and instead of post create I will just call post update API. Okay, and here dynamic I'm going to pass, I will get the ID. So just save it. Okay, and let me change the query. So I'm going to write for update, so update post and set title equal to question mark comma body equal to question mark, and here I'm going to write the where condition will be ID equal to question mark. So title and body we are going to pass same way we get request parameter ID, we need to do same way to getting the ID. So I will just call request dot params dot ID. Okay, just save it. So after update what I need to pass, just instead of result inserted ID, this for the post, but for put method, so that means for the update I'm going to define put method, and return will be request.params.id, and title and body like as it is. Okay, just save it. So that means we have defined the update API, and now let me go back to the edit, and here instead of post I'm going to use put method. Okay, and I need to pass dynamic ID like this ID, just save it. Okay, and after it should be update, just save it, and now let me go back and restart the Node server again, and go here and just 3 dot and click on submit. You can see that it is updated. Let me go and click on edit, just update, update and click on submit, you can see that now updated record perfectly fine. So that means we have completed updated record things over here. Next I need to do for show, when I click on it, it should be detail, the title and body. Okay, so right now we have a just simple title and body, but if you have more fields, then you can be proper arrange and display all the information. So now let me go here and just I'm going to create a new file over here that's called post show.tsx. okay, and for the edit I'm just copy entire things over here and just paste to the post.show. okay, paste it, and now let me go here and let me remove this navigate. okay, and let me remove this submit method because we are not going to use the submit method. okay, and also we don't have a use navigation. Let me remove this. okay, and here I'm going to remove entire form. okay, so just let me remove this. okay, and just create a new div, and there is a p tag, and inside that I'm going to add strong tag with the title, and I will just call title like this. And then for the body, what I'm going to do, just body and body over here, just save it. And here I just forgot to write the title, so I will keep the title like this, just paste it over here, and that's called show post. okay, save it. okay, and now let me go and create route for it first. So let me go and I will call show id, and then instead of post edit it should be say post show. okay, and now let me go back to the app.txt file, and here I will just call post show. okay, and just save it. And now let me go and post index. Here instead of button I will use the link. okay, and just copy this, and here I will just call to. okay, and then same way what we did for edit, just I will call show. okay, what we have given the route. So let me go here and show slash dollar post.id, just save it. okay, now let me go here, and if I hover over, you can see that show 1, show 2, and now if I click on it, you can see that there is a show post with the first body, first post. okay, and now let me go and click on it, you can see that test up, test body up. okay, so that means our show page is done over here properly. okay, now let me do the same thing for the delete. So let me go, and here we keep the button for delete, and I'm going to create new method over here, that's new event on click event. okay, let me call one function over here, and that's called delete post, and as an argument I'm going to pass post.id like this, save it. And now let me go here and create new function over here. So I will just const. okay, and delete post. okay, and here I'm going to pass the id. We are getting the id as a number over here like this, and then you can see like this. And first of all I'm going to confirm. okay, with like this confirm, and I will keep the simple message, are you sure? And if say yes, then it is going to call API. okay, so let me go to the Node app and create API for delete. So just copy this, get API, and paste it over here, and just I will call delete post. okay, and instead of get method it should be say delete method. okay, and then I'm going to write the query over here that's called delete from post where id equal to question mark. okay, and then I have passed the id, and then you can see that I have passed the row, but that's not returning any row. So what I'm going to do, just I will pass the message like this, and post deleted. okay, and just save it. And now let me go here and just let me go and restart the Node server again. okay, and now let me go back to the post index page, and here I'm going to call oxos.delete method. okay, and again I will copy the URL from here, just paste it, okay, and slash. After that I'm going to pass the id like this, okay, and then what I need to do, just then, and after that what I need to do, I'm not going to call again the URL, but I am going to filter from the post data, okay, because it's already stored into the post variable. So what I'm going to do, just set post like this, and then post dot filter, and inside that I'm going to just do like this, e dot id not equal to id. Just save it, okay, and now let me go here, okay, and if I click on delete, you can see that it is asking. If I say cancel, it's nothing, but if I click delete and click on okay, you can see that it is going to remove from the list. And now let me go back and click on refresh, you can see that it is also going to remove from the database. So that means this is very simple and basic application with like React application. We are using the Vite for that, and also we are using Tailwind CSS, and we are going to use Node.js Express MySQL for REST API. So if you like this video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and see you in the next video, guys.